Hey, what's up guys? It's Ultra Turbo Andre here, and I am back with another video. And today, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the brand new B-203 Beyblade Burst Ultimate set. So, this set came out like a couple days ago, and I was finally able to order it, and it came in way sooner than expected. As this video is released, this set came into my place 2 days ago, and I've been really busy and I haven't been able to do an upload. But I finally got it, and I'm really excited to unbox this thing. So if we take a look at the back of the box, we see that we've got Super Hyperion MR, we got King Helios MR, and we got a new designed Divine Bellion, along with a custom Beyblade Burst launcher. So let's unbox this thing and let's see what's inside. Oh, okay, it's getting a little bit tricky to get out. And here we go. So here are like the basic directions and stuff, and here are the base and the launcher. I think I'm gonna put the launcher and the base together along with the stickers, and I'll just review each part individually, and then we'll do some test battles. Alright, so I have taken out all the parts, and now it is time to review each part individually. So we're gonna start with Divine Bellion, and honestly, there are only two meh things about this bay, and that is the blade and the Nexus disc. Both are pretty decent, but they're just like, they're not the main stars of this combo. The main stars is the DB core, the armor piece, the gear piece, and the driver. So let's start off with the DB core. Now, I think this may be one of the most OP DB cores that we've ever gotten, because this DB core has 3 burst locks. So if you guys look right here, you can see that the red part inside the core, you guys can recognize that from the old Divine Bellion and Dangerous Bellion. That's like the original burst lock that it's got. But if you look closely at the part where it's like circled around, you can see that on both sides there are these tabs which increase the burst resistance. So that helps out the burst lock even more. So this DB core may be one of the most overpowered cores that we have ever gotten in Beyblade Burst Dynamite Battle. And I also want to say that I really like the design for this DB core, mainly because the Bellion face is like, you can see the entire face, kind of like with Dynamite Bellion. I really wanted them to stick with like the original like red colors like they did with the original Divine Bellion. But overall, I really like the design. The core is really cool. So now let's move on to the next parts. Next up we have is the bearing drift driver. So this driver is really special. I think it hyped a lot of people up, because this is a rare driver to get. Because back then you could only get this through a Beyblade Burst Japanese tournament. And this driver, and the award was this driver, and it was like a limited edition with like a metal spring on it. And this is a defense type driver with like large guard parts that can generate centrifugal force with the free rotating shaft that's like under it, and has a low overall height for high stability, and contains a built-in bearing for high endurance. So it seems like a very promising driver. I can't wait to test it out. Okay, now I want to talk about what I think is the main star of this combo is the H gear. Now, with the armor piece and the H gear, so the armor piece comes in 2 parts along with the H gear. So it's kind of like the armor and the gear combined. So this gear has, in low mode, it increases mobility, and like it just increases attack power. But while it's in high mode, it activates smash attack and increases the burst resistance on the burst locks for the core, making this Beyblade more OP than it already is. So I feel like if we could take out the Nexus disc and the bearing drift driver, I feel like with the other gears and another like powerful driver, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be one of the most OP Beyblades like out there. But with that, let's move on to Hyperion and Helios. Okay, so now let's talk about Helios and Hyperion. So we've got King Helios MR and Super Hyperion MR. And can I just say that the designs for these bays look really awesome. Although I do wish that they both had their kind of own unique designs. Both of these bays have like some minor differences, but like, in a far distance, like, they pretty much look the same. But still, I really like the designs for these bays. And one thing that a lot of people are really excited for these bays is because it brings back an old gimmick that was so beloved in Beyblade Burst. So in Beyblade Burst Chozy, you guys remember the right or left Artemis Beyblade where you are able to take apart the bay or like split it in half and make different combos with it. You are able to do it with these bays as well, which also makes a lot of sense and fits in so well with like the brother bays. Because, like, you know, Hyuga and Hikaru, like, it pretty much makes sense for these bays because, you know, they're, again, like, brothers, they fight together, and this is, like, a perfect, like, sort of gimmick for the two of them. And their combos are kind of just meh. There's the Giga Disc for, Helios, and I forgot the, I forgot the name for the disc for, Hyperion. But let's talk about the drivers. So we've got the Explosion driver for Super Hyperion MR. So this is kind of like an upgraded version of Destroy from Longinus. So it's like, so this bay just has like some high speeds and has a really jagged rubber shaft at the middle, and has a free rotating guard parts, and it's an attack type driver with like a built-in reinforced spring that increases the attack power, which is really good. And then we got the Zeal driver for Helios. And it's a balanced side driver that has like both endurance and resistance against being blown away, with like a thin, sharp rubber blade and a free rotating guard part that prevents the Beyblade from tilting. I feel like that's what the rubber part in the middle is like used for. Again, for like balance, and like also like it's, you know, it has burst resistance, I guess. It's just like, this looks like a defense type driver, and I feel like when I use it in like battles, I feel like it's just gonna stay in the center for most of the time. I think that's what like the other Helioses did, but I think they had more movement. But like I don't really remember that much. So now let's talk about the blades and the cores. So these cores are very special because they're both dual spinning cores. So you could put the Hyperion core in the King MR Blade, and you can put the Helios core in the Super MR Blade. But as I said before, this has the split gimmick, so you are able to take apart both of these bays and combine it with the other blades. So with the King MR Blade, it's a dual spin BU blade equipped with the ultimate fusion system consisting of King M, which disperses the opponent's attack with a metal blade, and King R, which can absorb the rotation counterattacks with a rubber blade. So as you guys know, King M stands for metal and King R stands for rubber. So both of these bays have rubber and metal. I think Hyperion has more metal than Helios, and I think Helios has more rubber than Super Hyperion. I'm not really sure though. I think they just both have the equal amounts, but based on what I've heard, that's what I think it is, or I may be wrong about that. Now with the Super MR Blade, it's a right spinning bay, which is also dual spin, and it has Super M, which again has metal, which can give it large attacks, and with the added metal weight, and with the Super R or Super Rubber has a higher chance and gives it more strength for burst, kind of like with Brave Valkyrie or like Savior Valkyrie or like with Ultimate Valkyrie. So with Helios, the rubber absorbs the power, and with Hyperion, the rubber gives it more power. And I think the metal is just there to give it more extra power with the weight, and that's pretty cool. So you can combine these two bays, make it Super MR with like more metal and like rubber, or like rubber and metal. Same thing with like King MR. So I'm pretty sure you can make over to 6 combinations with these, including counting high mode and low mode. And also, fun fact is that if you buy another set of these two bays, you can, so let's say for an example, like you will now have 2 parts of the rubber of the MR of Super Rubber. So you can have 2 parts, like, you know how one part of Hyperion has like rubber? You can get 2 of those, and the entire bay will have rubber, and giving it more attack power. And same thing with like the metal, like both bays can have metal. So you can make more combinations if you buy 2 sets of these Beyblades. Although I don't think I'm gonna buy another set, because overall this set costed with like over 80 bucks. So I don't think it's worth to buy another set for that. With the launcher, I think the color design is really cool since it resembles both Hyuga and Hikaru. And again, like all other launches, you're able to launch both left spin and right spin Beyblades. I wish they could have added some purple aspects to represent Lame or Lucifer, but overall the launcher is pretty cool. But reviewing each Bey and each of their parts individually, I think it's time for some test battles. Alright, so now that I have reviewed each part individually, it is time to do some test battles. So real quick, I'm going to leave Beyblades like Ultimate Valkyrie, Gatling Dragon, and Zest Achilles out because I want to save those Beys for the biggest like protagonist tournament, which I am planning to do ever since, like, you know, we were getting the last evolutions. I've always wanted to do like a protagonist tournament, and now we've gotten the 6 protagonist Beys. I might do that, but for now, let's just do some test battles. So I'm going to be battling Helios against Hyperion, and then the winner of this battle will, I guess, we'll do some test battles with Divine Bellion. So I guess we'll just do a minimum of 2 points. I just realized that I think this is in the current launcher, this one, it's in right spin, and this one will be in left spin, so I think it'll be easier. So let's check it out. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Oh, Hyperion is fast around the stadium. Okay. Alright, and Helios takes that first round. Let's do the next battle. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Okay, Helios is holding his ground. Hyperion is coming in with a bunch of attacks. Both they just bounce off of each other. I think this one might go to Helios because of the stamina. Since the driver is kind of like Destroy, it does lose a lot of stamina though. And yeah, Helios takes that one. So now let's do some battles with Divine Bellion and the new gear. So let's get this battle started. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. So not much movement from Bellion. I think I'll just do one battle between these two, and I'll do a battle between Hyperion. I'm really excited to like put it up against the other base because, like, again, like I said before, I'm really excited to have like a protagonist tournament battle, which I'm gonna put a lot of time and effort to. It may not come out as soon as you guys or I may be like hoping for it to. Because, you know, there's a lot going on, you know, I haven't uploaded within like a month, aside from the last video I have done, and, you know, I've been pretty busy with like school and like stuff like that, so it's really nice to get back onto the YouTube grind, and I'm going to try to upload more for you guys. Alright, so let's do it against Hyperion. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Okay, Hyperion so far is just hitting stadium walls, while Bellion is just taking the defense on this. It's just sitting in the center. This one's most likely going to go to Bellion because if it's able to outwit the stamina of Helios, Hyperion does not stand a chance unless it pulls out like some crazy major attack, which it won't. So overall, the base seemed pretty good so far. I'm still going to have to do more battles, but that's just going to be it for the test battles. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comments down below, and anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!